Well, hello on this wintry day. It's probably 30 degrees right now, and it sounds like it's going to get so much colder this week. And here I was hoping to be able to do building projects for you guys, but that's not going to happen for at least a week. So in lieu of that, I thought I would give you a tour of the greenhouse. Now, this building is kind of like an accidental greenhouse. It was going to just be a storage area, and once we got it up and everything's salvaged on it except for the cattle panels that we used to hold the plastic, it just was obviously going to be a greenhouse. So right now it's storage, and the reason for that is I came across some free cabinets for some other buildings, and I absolutely needed somewhere to put them. I refused to pay storage. I think that's ridiculous. So this was kind of like an emergency project to get it closed in. It's not completely done, but I thought you might be kind of interested because it sort of shows the process that the hovel went through. So let me take you through everything, and just keep in mind it's still a work in progress, but I think it'll be an amazing greenhouse once it's finished. Okay, the first thing you're going to notice is this half painted door, and I got that far on it. I wasn't happy with the paint. It was really runny. It wasn't covering well. And then it got cold. So we've had a few days that might have been warm enough to paint, but I've used them doing other things. So as soon as it warms up, I'll finish painting this, because then it matches the hovel door. And since I was painting the door, there's no door handle, so you just have to like reach to the bottom to open it. So this is the inside. You can see all of my salvaged kitchen cabinets. This greenhouse is the same exact size as the hovel, because they're both made out of 3 foot by 3 foot pallets. So it's 6 by 9. The plastic on these cattle panels is salvaged, and it's doubled. You can see because it was full of holes. Somebody had taken it off a much larger greenhouse, and they were just going to throw it away. If you'll see on the floor there's a couple little leaks, but nothing major. And I'm going to replace this with the fiber impregnated stuff. So now you can see in the back, and I'll take you all the way to the back. There is a fan built in. There's also another glass block set, a couple of them under the fan. And you can see at the top there's a pretty bad crack. It's not structurally a problem, but I had 2 weeks to get this done, so I really rushed. You can't rush cob that much, and I rushed it too much, and that's why I ended up with some cracks. All these cabinets will go into various other buildings, but for right now they are holding tools and supplies and just things that won't fit in the hovel. So I think if we can, I do have a place that I can get a lot of salvage vinyl. So once these cabinets are out, I'll probably put a vinyl floor in and put in shelves for my plants and stuff. This area is completely shaded in the summer, but not in the spring. So it's perfect for a greenhouse. And then I put in these little glass blocks because I thought they were pretty. I mean, even functional stuff should be pretty, right? And then I'll take you around to the side. So I got the entire inside plastered. I did not get the outside plastered. So you can kind of see like what it's like. So this is the straw clay mixture, and it makes a very sturdy wall. And especially when you consider I don't have the gutters. There'll be gutters that go underneath this once the real plastic goes on. So this has been wet. I mean, this has had water on it and stuff, but it's still good. You can see there's some grass growing. And then this will be all filled with big rocks, or I don't know, fist-sized rocks. And then I'm going to rock it up probably to here, just to keep the water from splashing. The compost pile. So here's in the back. We use all these buckets, and then this is where we keep all our tools. Once the plaster's on, there'll be racks so that everything hangs up neatly, but right now it's just kind of stacked underneath this little overhang to keep stuff dry. So sometimes you just have to do what you can do, and we totally ran out of time. So, and then here's the fan that's set in the back, and it's just a standard box fan. That way if something happens to it, it's easy to just pop it out and put a new one in. Here are the little half blocks, I guess, that go in there. They're really pretty when there aren't cabinets in front. In the morning or during the afternoon, the sun shines through them and they sparkle, and it's nice. And then here's the other side, and you can kind of see on the bottom, so there's pond liner, which is left over from the hovel roof, and then these rocks for drainage, and the water drains here and then comes around and goes out the front. And then this log here keeps water from running down the hill into the back of the greenhouse. It's kind of buried down in the hill a little ways. So again, the straw clay. Now this didn't get as wet, so you can see, and it's not in, it's on the, so you can see like how, I mean, this is very strong. And it's so weird when you pound this stuff in, you swear it's just never gonna work. Like you're like, well, it's just wet straw. It's never gonna get hard. And it very quickly turns into a nice wall. So, so I have about, let's see, $75. These cattle panels are 16 by 50 inch. And I have 3 of them on here. So that's about $75 in cattle panels. And this has a really nice overhang, which is good because it keeps kind of in front of the door dry and stuff. So I have $75 in the cattle panels, and I have maybe another $20 in like screws, and I use salvaged T-posts to hold the pallets up, and there's some lumber though. I probably, yeah, all told, I probably have $125 in this so far. And then I believe that the new plastic is going to run me about $60. So for right around 200 bucks, there's the greenhouse. So what do you think? Do you think, should I leave it a storage shed? Do you think it'll be a good greenhouse? Would you like one like this? I think $200 is pretty awesome for a greenhouse, but tell me what your experience with greenhouses are. If you have any other questions, please feel free to comment. I read all of your comments. I really appreciate your time that you take to make them. So until next time, we'll see you then.